Hey there everyone, welcome to the series Automate the Boring Stuff in Ansys Mechanical. In today's video, we will be looking at analysis setting and we will go through some of the properties. We will also see the analysis setting properties for model analysis. Let's start with the existing one, which is for static structural. To access analysis setting, we can go to model.analysis, it's plural, and then we can get the first index of this analysis. You will see it gives only one, and then from here we can access analysis settings. So let me just assign it to a variable. Let's call it as1. As1 is nothing but, you can see, this is the namespace Ansys ACT automation mechanical. Analysis setting is its class, and one of its I don't know what it is, but yeah, under this class you have one object which is Ansys analysis setting. So let's go to some of the properties. Most important things are when you go through multi steps, like instead of one time step you have multiple time step, and when you go for manual controls on auto time stepping for non-linear analysis. So let's go one by one. So first one you can get by uh, like its number of steps. It's a get or set property. Now you see 3. You can, it's an integer, you can assign any variable, like you can make it 1 or 3 or 10. And similarly the current timestamp on which you are working, so it will be as1 dot current current step number. Yeah, so this one you can make it as 2 as well. And then step end time, it will be as1 dot step end time. Yeah, so it's 2 seconds. So you will see this is of type quantity. So if I just type get type, I should be getting a quantity. Yeah, so this is quantity. And how to set quantity, there is a separate dedicated video for that. Let's go to next properties. For example, this one, this is very important. Let's say you want to change the automatic time stepping. So right now it's program control. You can, it's an enum, so you will get on off or program control. If you make it on, you can give all this initial sub step, minimum sub steps, and maximum sub steps. So to access those, you can just type as1 dot, we have initial sub steps, which is 1. You can make it 2. Yeah, then we have as1 dot minimum sub steps. This also you can change, and similarly you have maximum sub steps. Okay, so these were the some of the types. Even solver type, if it is direct or iterative, so mostly even if it is program control, is go through iterative. So to access that, it will be as1 dot solver type. You will see program control. If you want to assign, you can just type the enum and the field name. So you have direct and iterative, I think, and full damped, reduced damp, you will get all this in other model analysis or harmonic or response vector. So let's leave as it is. And then couple of things that you use the most is like switching on and off large deflection. You can just type as1 dot large deflection, it is false, so it's a boolean. And then next thing is this Newton-Raphson method, nonlinear control. If you're doing any kind of nonlinear analysis, let's say it's geometry or material based or anything. So you have basically 3 types of nonlinear analysis. And then you can go to as1 dot Newton-Raphson. You will see it's program control, and if you want to assign something, you have this type of Newton-Raphson, which is full, modified, unsymmetric, and program control. So similarly you can go through all this. Even for force convergence, you can just go, it's program control. If you want to assign, you have a enum, convergence, tolerance type, and from then you can just select what whichever you like. So these things are pretty straightforward, and these things are certainly useful. For example, you want to know where the analysis files are available, so it will be as1 dot solver files directory. It gives the path where your actual files are located. And other things are the solver units. As you know, APDL is unitless, so whatever unit you send in, it goes as a values, and it returns a value with the same unit. So, and the GUI does all the unit conversion, but APDL, when you see the solver out file or anything, it's unitless. So this is those unit in which it is set. When you say active system, that means if your home units are set as what mmkg, the same thing goes. But if you're manually selecting, you need to make sure that you do proper conversion in your code. So there is a separate video on units where I have covered how to convert units. So here, to access this, you can just type a1.solver units. You will see it's active system, and what is activated is coming under solver unit system. When it is active system, this is read only. So to make it manual, so it will be enum name is solver unit control type. If I make it manual, it becomes edit mode. So it will be a1 as1 dot solver unit system. Now you can assign it's workbench unit system type, and you will see all the unit system. Right now it is Newton millimeter. You can make it MKS, CGS system. So whatever you wish, you can change it. Let's create a model analysis, and from there we will access the analysis settings. So it will be add model analysis. It will return a model analysis. From here I will just access analysis setting. So I will make it as AS2. So this is for analysis setting of model analysis. So let's give couple of seconds. Yeah, it's created. Now you can see you will have a different set of properties here. So it will be as2 dot max modes. So max mode to find it 6. You can make it like I want just first 4 natural frequencies. You can make it as 4. And similarly, you can go through solver type, other things I don't have to cover. It's pretty straightforward. Don't want to stress this video. Solver type will be like you have this full damped. So let's see what are available here. You have direct iterative with same. You have unsymmetric, supernode, and subspace. So you can choose any of this. And I think that's all. This was a short video on analysis setting. Hope you liked it. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe to my video. Thank you. See you soon in next video.